Yeah. This is a good Momo. This is a good 60 minutes. I'm glad I got home tonight. This is good.
Okay, I have 11 to 11:30.
In a statement to 60 Minutes, the White House said, quote, "No president has done more to bolster American maritime power. This past week, with gas prices soaring, the president suspended the Jones Act for 60 days to ease the transport of oil and gas within the U.S."
The Dog Aging Project is now conducting a larger clinical trial funded in part by the National Institutes of Health, giving hundreds of dogs, including Murphy, either a placebo or rapamycin to see if the drug can extend life.
Hey everyone, your girl list here says now 7:45. I just woke up. I slept absolutely amazing, guys. It was so needed. My skin temperature did actually go up again, so getting ready for that. But even with all of that, I still slept really, really good. Very happy and exciting. I wanted to show my stomach, as you guys can see, because it's definitely coming down really, really good to like a more healthy, kind of, stomach. Yeah, so anyhow, as you guys can officially see, it's down there pretty low. Oh yeah, huh. So pretty good. So just make sure it stays up. I should do like 2 good side views. Like here's one. And I should always like stand at the same area so we can get just a defined from, but no need for up. So, but yeah, so also then I did look at my package just now and it did go to St. Paul, Minnesota. Why they would ship it north instead of just east to like somewhere in Ohio or Indiana, right, or Illinois, beyond me. But that's where it's coming from now, guys. Minnesota. Craziness. That's how the post office is, though. A lot of times, let's get back to number 1. Yeah, so they're like that a lot of times. It goes all these different places. But anyhow, then you guys also saw that I finished some 60 Minutes. They had a really good one last night. I really liked the dog brains and the human brains and how they're so similar, but just the shapes are different. And they're doing dogs that have Alzheimer's, and they're giving them medications, and then they're giving the humans the medications, and just kind of seeing, after they go, how, which kind of goes off like organ donation and stuff like that, right? So, you're still helping people even after death, and obviously, it's not like the same after death, and obviously I know that, right, from my experience, but because you don't have as much of a worry, right, about the worldly things, right? So anyhow, though, guys, it was a really, really good 60 Minutes. They're actually finishing up Christian nationalism, which actually, that kind of goes off what I had said, right? It's laws are written based upon life has a purpose, right? So like that Christian atheist debate, right? It's like, why hasn't a judge ever said, well, you're abusing an optical illusion, right? Like, how do you even know memories are real, right? Why hasn't a judge ever demanded, after they dismissed the case, that a judge, or I'm sorry, the police officer who brought abuse of a corpse crime and charge on someone, that they go have a schizophrenic episode and a mental health check, right? Like, why hasn't it ever happened? Well, because life has a purpose, and we can just trust certain things, right? So that kind of also was crazy to have that. And we also saw yesterday, obviously, that, and obviously those kind of things have transpired multiple times on my page, where I'm not super agitated and frustrated that, this is like a wasted day, and now it's just a wasted life, and if this is everything that we'll ever know, see, and do, like, why can't I at least, be able to sleep good, right? For, again, I don't have issues with sleep usually, unless it's the itch, and occasionally allergies and stuff like that, but you guys get the point, though, right? So it's like, yeah, so now I'm really bummed because, this is the only thing that I got, and I can't even do it right, and then just get in this negative mindset. That also didn't happen, which was really cool, and also rewarding, to actually be able to have, right? And then even though I just said it directly, like other people could have picked up on it, even if I didn't spell everything out there, right? Which is the experience changed my life, right? So, which is a decent way to encourage people to find purpose, right? Because you never know what somebody's going through, for sure. So that's also living by that motto. But yeah, that was really, really cool. And then I had also shared before, right? So if the brain ends it all purple now, and it's 3 months after the fact, which heat of the moment, 5 to 10 minutes, probably a general consensus. I could probably take an educated guess that 90% of people, if you asked 1,000 people, so it'd be 900 out of 1,000 would say, yeah, heat of the moment's probably about 5 to 10 minutes. So brain ends it all purple, why are they wanting to go back? That is also something that, you know, I had shared before as well, relating to, you know, the, some people would say the skeptics, right? Or just really wanting to test it too, right? And see how true it really is, right? So, anyhow though, guys, kind of like I'm doing with my experiment, right? Obviously, again, I don't have access to that video specifically, but yeah, it's like, I wonder if it's actually true, right? And what is the American side of things? And yeah, it might be, something that's not, as that category, right? The L's, yes, the L's, right, category might not be as popular, so then it might not be the best to actually try to figure it out, right? But I could figure it out, right? So, yeah, because remember I looked it up one time, it's only like, well, actually, I don't know if, I don't know how all that works, though, because I know, like, whenever I've been watching the videos, they say that trans people are out of the whole community, and other people say, no, they're actually part of the community, right? So, I don't know how all of that works, but let's just say there's only 1.6, and then, but then you also do have bi, right? So, yeah, it's one of those things, but regardless, we'll have to maybe do a different category then, after this category that I chose. So, anyhow, guys, let's get back into the video. It's also a really, really good realization with this, too, because it's the appropriate, right? Like, I want what they want, right? It's not like you're envious, right? Kind of like Tate McRae and her. She has everything that I don't have. She's all I want to be, right? And kind of like I had shared on Friday, right? The people who have regrets, right, say coochie, right, 500 times, really happy and excited. And then whenever they're serious, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to have to, you know, I was thinking it'd be super easy, right, all glamorized. Now I have to really, like, look down, open things up, you know, really make sure that I'm getting it in at the right angle and all that stuff. She's like, I wanted the glamorized thing, right? Like, I went into this, you know, so it's like an appropriate kind also as well. That relating to near-death experiences, it's actually healthy and appropriate to want to have and be like them, you know, and also, again, certain things with the medical side of things, it's also appropriate to want to have, you know, a healthy blood pressure like everybody else. Now, again, it can get too far, right? Again, if you're worrying about, well, why do they go up to 123 over 81 when they stand up from 120 over 80? Both of us are 120 over 80. Why am I, like, what causes the difference of 5, right? You know, because now I'm at 128 over 81. So what caused my systolic to go 8, right? Again, there's multitude of factors. Don't worry about the little stuff, but still worry about having, right, healthy blood pressure, right? So yeah, and then, you know, relating to the other side of stuff, you know, that, right, what I had just talked about with, you know, figuring out and doing my own research, yeah, and I had shared that before, right? Like, you can indirectly help people who may be like, well, you know, I kind of think this is high, and whenever people say, oh, don't worry about it, I take that as, you're right, I don't need to feel guilty about, no, actually, anyone should, you know, and you have to find that balance, which was also what I was talking about last night, kind of, with the fat body positivity movement. So this is crazy full circle, guys. Marvelous full circle Monday, but let's get back into the video. That's crazy. And then we did add some stuff to our list, so that was pretty fun. I pick all that stuff up today at 1. And then, or I'm sorry, 11. Jeez, Alyssa. And then, hold the phone steady, come on. And then, I did add 2 things to my list as well. And then I pretty much just scrolled through Instagram for maybe 10 minutes. And then I listened to a fat body positivity Jubilee debate. So that was good. Anyhow, I gotta wake up and fix my weird voice because it's so groggy, right? And nobody really likes to listen to groggy voices. So, anyhow, guys, once I'm more awake, I'll come on and share that. But it was definitely amazing how low and everything my heart rate started going last night as soon as I started relaxing to that. So it was about good 20 minutes. And it was kind of like, I think they do have it in a podcast format. Like, they do that with Call Her Daddy. I just choose to watch it on YouTube. So, anyhow, guys, we'll officially get going. I'm going to go ahead and have some eggs and then half of a Pop-Tart as well. Alright, guys, here we go. And also, guys, whenever my bikini does officially come, we'll actually start my packing video right then and there. So, obviously, and I did make it easier for me because there isn't anything that I'm taking that will go into the Easter shoots. So, we'll officially go ahead and, yeah, well, because I already said that I'm going to keep the Valentine's lights for the Easter shoots. Anyhow, because it doesn't look as bright, right, with the other angle, right, flipped around. Like I said, the camera is so small that it's so sensitive to light. Anyhow, so we'll still be able to get to my Easter shoots beforehand. But I'm going to do, I talked to my gram, she said we can actually put my suitcase in the other room there for the time being and just add stuff to it as I think of it. So that'll be really, really good actually to just have that already kind of clothes-wise, all packed and ready. And then, because I don't think I'd have a blonde moment and forget, right? Obviously, you guys remember last year? This isn't a shirt that I'm wearing until South Carolina, so I still have time to wash it. But you guys remember last year, and we can do laundry at any time. That's why I have that whole week off beforehand. But regardless, you guys remember last year, I couldn't wear my America, America, America because it was dirty. So definitely don't want to have any of that stuff going on. But then once that's packed, like I said, we can get to the Easter shoots. We can figure out how much longer I want for a chain and stuff like that. And we'll cut my rope, like I said, on Wednesday and empty out the tennis balls and have that little compartment and see how that works. So yeah, it'll be really, really fun and exciting here. Coming up here on my set of days off, I just have tonight I do my 6th to final punch, and then on that one punch, that's the final. So, yep, I got very few shifts left, guys. Really getting down there. Last night was 2 down, 2 to go. Next week, when I have 2 down, 2 to go, it's the end of the month then. So, and then you guys know what that means. Just 6 more days. Oh my god, guys, that is so fun. So, anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get going. I just want to come on and share that little update as to what we will be doing. And when is the packing video? So, make packing plans Monday. There we go. Make packing plans with you guys on Monday. So, anyhow, let's get back into the video.
The Max Strength Liquid Pain Reliever that starts working fast. Pain Quell, the Ace Pain Strength.
Collagen peptides visibly repairs wrinkles and dark spots without all that irritation.
We welcome you back to CBS Morning's
For a brand new sunroof or upgrade for screens to glass. Hurry, save 30%. Our
Now,
anniversary sale won't last long.
One of
Holiday
the
for free
today
will estimate.
is the groceries.
Yep.
You have to get the groceries. Ready?
Register or transfer your vote. So will be Laurie TV. Full notary services offered as well. Dental services in Altoona or Bedford. State and service fees apply.
Every year, energy costs keep going up and your bank balance goes down. Shut the door. Don't pay more. Save your precious money and energy by
Alright guys, so after this, we'll start in on our videos for today. So once I finish this, it's now 8:48, so I'm nice and early. So anyhow, let's roll. Home from work and I wanted to show, you guys can see, obviously, yes, this is the workout. Yes, this. That is how hard I went tonight to officially have just 6 more punches, and on the 6th punch, then on the 6th punch, why do I want to say punch? No, okay, this is not football. Punch, right? Like fruit punch, right? Yes. And then I can officially say, I can't relate to desperation. I give up. Are on vacation. But yeah, guys, literally, like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here so freaking early tonight. It was only me, and I said, time to anchor down. And I did. 6 more punches, and on that 6th punch, I can't relate to desperation. My give up. Are on vacation. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so coming to you guys today now. I wanted to do a first video following my standout video where there's a story. There has been it a couple times, but I haven't watched it, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch it tonight, and then we'll see what it is. Speaking of me, talking about the location one this morning and being reminded of it, so that'll be crazy. So I'll officially go ahead and see what it is. Here we go. You attract what you fear. Oh, she went a little too fast on that. I'll have to read it again, but obviously that kind of was on point at the point, right? That reminds me of on point at the point. So remember that girl had that shirt that said, you attract the energy you put out, right? So everybody knows that. But I thought that was kind of crazy. I'll have to read the rest, what she put. But it's good. It's good stuff. I always love her statements and stuff. They're so easy to relate to, And obviously I did a lot of relating to, right? She was a full-fledged hour of that video. But anyhow, let me go back and read it, and then I'll be back on with you guys. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So yes, I did officially just read it again, and it was supposed to be something funny about the government, right? Crazy, guys, because I was talking about the government today. Corrupt government. Oh my god. After talking about the location one. Oh my gosh, guys. And then the location one talks about it too, but in a different form. Mind blown, guys. Holy cow. Can you say some kind of like supernatural, right? Like phenomena, right? Like the thoughts, right? Just, yeah, right? Like crazy how on par we are with each other, right? Obviously in a different sense now, but holy cow, guys, that is freaking insane. Definitely why, again, she was the longest one, and I had said probably 5 times in that one. That's why we got along so well, right? Holy cow, guys, that's crazy though, for reals, for reals, for reals, for reals. Anyhow though, yes, so you're scared, right, and you attract, right, and you almost like become what you fear, right? So then she's like, oh my god, I'm so scared, right, of all these. So it's a way of saying no, right? Like they're gonna go away, right? It's like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Okay, so hopefully they go away, right? Still though, guys, like the government, and I was talking about that, they didn't clarify it's, before, but we all have heard that, right? If you want to be a politician, right, or somebody in that stuff, right, you just have to find a good way to lie, right? There was like a combo of 3. I heard somebody say it one time. They're like, if you can lie, right, you can do this, and you can do all this terrible stuff and only get a slap on the wrist. Right, and I actually forget what George Santos was, his consequence, but remember, he bought OnlyFans, right? Only industrial fans. Oh, and the kind of fans that you have that are battery operated whenever you're really, really hot at the beach. Right, that's what OnlyFans is, guys. Anyhow, though, yeah, I kind of thought that was, crazy, that they only ever get a slap on the wrist. But how crazy, guys. Oh my, guys, that's 3 times in a row, right? And this time she posted it 2 hours ago, so it would have been right as I was getting ready to start
kind of closing down and getting some cleaning done. But still, guys, that is 3 times in a row, right? Oh my god. I do not know how that happens all the time, right? But there's definitely, that's crazy. There's definitely a supernatural, right, explanation to it. Because that's crazy. I just can't believe it. Alright, guys, anyhow, though, I am going to go ahead here. I'm going to start winding down. Can't be super excited, right? Because tonight I definitely need to, get some good sleep. So, anyhow, I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to get going. Just want to come on and share that. That is freaking insane, guys. Oh my god. Honestly, we might do, well, yeah, because I'll have my GoPro. So we can do, if she does add a story, right, 1 or 2 times, well, probably only 1 time, again, now that the standout video has been upped, and is out. But yeah, so we'll officially figure that all out. How many times I may or may not do that. And I didn't share that, actually. And it doesn't really count as breaking my goal, right? To have just a couple more times throughout the year. But make it quick, though, right? Don't make it super long and elaborate, right? Can't waste time, so let's just give it a moment, right? So yes, and that's what I did. It's only 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So I'll stop trying to take up time. 4 minutes, so if you, on the times that you do, don't have it go over 5, right? Can't waste time, so let's just go ahead and give it a moment, right? So anyhow, guys, I realized that the bond is not broken, right? And the friendship and the click, right, that we have, it was not broken. Anyhow, though, guys, I gotta get going. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
We have your tip for you then. Well, I guess they don't want the $3 tip then. That'll be that. Alright, here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's now officially, as you guys can see, is now officially 11:40. I did obviously just take out my trash and my recyclables, and then obviously get everything home and put away. So I'm officially now going to watch more of that standout video. I'm talking about, they're almost to the end now. They only have like a minute left in the first claim, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch all of that to some slow exercise. And then, like I said, these shorter videos here on days that I work until I leave, that's okay, because we're gonna have super productive. You guys already know what we're doing on Wednesday, and then on Thursday or Friday, and then probably another hike, in between then. So we have a lot to do, and get everything all situated. Hopefully the bikini will come on Wednesday or Thursday. We have photo shoots to get to, which will be relaxing. So there's a lot of good stuff coming up here towards the end of the week. We'll maybe check my trail camera too on Friday, because that'll be a good, 5-6 nights. So check my trail cam on Friday again. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming up for some longer videos. Again, it's only 2 shorter videos now, but that's okay, and 2 videos, I don't feel I should have to say, like, hey, longer videos are coming. But yes, officially longer videos are coming. So, yes, this is very not normal for me. I guess maybe that's why I'm saying, right, longer videos are coming. Because I'm just like, I usually have longer videos. So, anyhow, I probably will add in push-ups, but that'll be at the start tomorrow. So I'll just do a real quick speed up for the... Unless something big comes up at work that I want to talk about, then that'll be at the start of tomorrow's film, right? Just how these were flip-flopped. So today's video will probably be called, making it here, Minnesota Monday. So yeah, I'll actually spell out Minnesota. Minnesota Monday, make full circle, make year start. No, make start of year full circle. No. Anyhow, I'll figure out a title on my own. I'm going to go ahead now and produce it. And like I said, start walking around, getting some exercise to some of that Jubilee. And then, yeah, my lunch will officially be ready for the next 2 days. Tomorrow's also a busy day. If I don't get a text from the pharmacy that it has been filled and ready, probably on Wednesday, I'm going to call and make sure. Obviously, it is nice working 4 days because a lot of times whenever I come home, I just take my diabetic pill whenever I have my bedtime snack, but I'm still missing dinner time because I don't take it at dinner time because I'm at work. So that is a good way to have me probably still have a whole nother week yet, but definitely something we need to check on. So yeah, like I said, finish up this paddleboard and then get that packed and started. If the packing or bikini does come, then boom, packing video, and that'll take a while. Those always take a while, but they're so much fun. So yeah, anyhow guys, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.